should probably do my eyebrow. But
Okay, well you can edit
does
all
my
that
skin
out.
look good?
Yeah, you can edit all that out. You got a chemical peel. That's why I think we gotta stay close like this.
Okay. What were we talking about?
You said
Okay,
that-
what I want to talk about is, and what it bothered me a little bit with you too. So, a couple of people have brought to our attention, friends-wise, that maybe they don't understand what we do because, and I obviously can see their perspective, but we don't have consistency in our yard. And then, I see some other interviews and stuff, and everybody's like, consistency. And I feel like sometimes you'll hear something and it sways your thought process or opinions, because this has happened before between us, but you're like, yeah, I should be more consistent.
I think consistent.
And it bothers me because it's like, I don't give a fuck about consistency at this moment, because we are still in the process of creating our bloodline and dogs. So for them to all look cookie cutter at this moment is not what I want. You know what I mean?
Well,
at all. And I don't care what people think, like, oh, well, they're not successful because they're not. That is I don't care,
All right, so for me, it's not what you think. Consistency is important. But I believe that I want to be consistent on what I want them to look like. So once I get closer to where I want to be, I will consistently make them.
Yeah, because...
Like, for an example, we did Fostati's litter. That was a very consistent litter on that head type.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
And overall look. The 6 puppies that I have outside out of Steph, extremely consistent. I could keep any single one of the 6 and be extremely happy. So
do we not always feel that way? It's like almost like let people choose at least half of the litter.
No, like when I was, doing the stuff. So when you inquire new blood, the problem that a lot of people don't acquire new blood, or bring in new blood. What they don't tell you about is the negatives. They only tell you all the positives. Oh, you'll get this, you'll get that, you'll get this. But what they don't tell you is you get fucked up shoulders, fucked up jaws, fucked up eyes. They don't tell you any of that shit. So the thing is all right, I see fault. And my problem that I personally have is when I see issues, that's all I see.
Right. I mean, no, it's not, because there's dogs that people would trash, or being a judge, you will pick best in show or best of breeds that nobody else has picked. So I feel they're obviously saying whatever, sway back, top line, cow hog.
I mean, I don't pick
and
those
they'll
dogs.
throw a dog away a lot easier than you. I feel like you'll pick the dog because you believe in that dog.
No, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So if a dog, I'll give you an example. The big issue in the dogs as a whole for me is people will throw out a dog who has a cosmetic fault because they can physically see it. Oh, he's got one blue eye. Oh, he's got a rye. He's got easty westy.
Yeah.
But the dog has absolute shit hips. But guess what? You can't see them, so we won't talk about them. But when the dog can barely walk.
Well, this is a whole nother thing.
But no, I'm saying.
Do you feel like judges don't pick a bad hip because they don't even want to go there, because they don't want to fight or bring attention?
I don't know. I don't have any idea why other dogs, people don't pick what they pick. I just pick for, when I'm looking at a dog, even in my own yard, there's a set criteria, and the very first thing is always the silhouette. Silhouette, 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 silhouette. I don't care if it moves like 2 sticks on a fucking...
Yeah, but is that the first thing? I think the first thing is just maybe the appeal of that dog. Does it look good to you? Because we'll have totally different silhouettes, because we'll have a Kaiser silhouette.
So the thing is like, I'll tell anybody, like, I don't have any shame in saying it. Kaiser was a magical fucking animal. Like, my kids loved him. He was probably the most gentle animal I have ever seen in my entire life. But the reality is he was a Bullmastiff.
A mini Mastiff.
He was a mini Mastiff in retrospective, the big thing. Then you have dogs like Chucky that I produced. Beautiful animal, but he's a fucking English Bulldog almost. See what I'm saying? So, but each one of them has their purpose. So I will take the dog that I got from Chad, Dum Dum. Beautiful animal, great shoulders, great hips, great tight ass skin.
I got videos of her too.
But if I take her to a dog like, we'll say, if I take her to Cobra, I won't get no bone. I'll get tight skin. I'll get big heads. I'll get killer rears, but I'll get no bone.
I'm not sure.
And they'll look pitty. Oh yeah, you'll get big fucking heads.
Big pit bull looking heads.
Yeah, you're gonna get super cheeky, super lifty, but long, narrow muzzles. Yes. So a dog like Rolls Royce or a dog like Kaiser is a very valuable point at that moment, and then you can take that back to, say, Cobra.
So do you think it's a fair assessment to say in our lifetime that we will always be composite breeders?
Yes, I will always be.
Okay, good, because I don't, do I want to breed labs? I mean, no. And if I did, I would always want the big ass black lab with a big old head. Like I'm always just wanting something more, something different. I don't want everything to look the same. Well,
it's not that you don't want it to look the same, because if you could have all badasses, you would take all badasses. So don't say that.
I kind of think I do have.
But that's what I'm saying. If you could take all badasses, you would take all badasses. But what people don't understand is to get certain traits, you have to use certain breeds.
You have to use a Kaiser to get some bone and head size
and mass.
But
no, you're not gonna. The funny part is
he wasn't really producing the heads.
No, because he doesn't have a head. Mastiffs normally they have a lot of top skull and it's a lot of skin. There's not a whole lot of bone there. So when they get old, that's why all Mastiffs' head look like
droopy
because all the skin.
What also did you get when you would use a Kaiser?
Good breathing, which is ironic because the fucker couldn't breathe.
That. I'm talking about maybe more of a narrow front.
Yeah,
he didn't have the
but when we bred him to American Bulldogs, we didn't get any of that, or American Bulldog type.
It was always when we go Englishy with him, it just didn't hit.
But see, that's the thing that most people don't understand.
And they don't understand because we don't ever talk about it. Like nobody says that. Like I told Casey this morning, like, oh yeah, we got to take out our trash. We got to go twice because it's right by the kids' school, but we can't take the kids in the truck with the trash. And she's like, why? I'm like, because we have tons of shit. We're throwing away tons of shit all the time. What? You don't just throw it outside? I'm like, no, I guess we never told anybody that. Like, well, part of breeding dogs is dog shit.
The problem with the dog shit is if you put it somewhere, then you attract flies.
And it's going to stink. And not only that, it's just there's so much that goes into it when we're evaluating, just talking about litter. That we don't talk about. So people think, who knows what they think? Probably, oh, they just sit up there and make money and self-proclaimed whatever, That maybe that's true too. I don't know. There's just so much more that goes into it that we don't talk about. So that's our own fault too. For not putting it out there. And we used to make lives and stuff. And
but for me, I think the big issue, a lot of people, they basically take someone else's dogs, 4 or 5 of them, and then they think they're redoing something, bro.
But okay, in all fairness, and I fucking hate those people, but in all fairness, what else are they supposed to think? If they're just kind of new or they're hopping around breeds, they've been in Basset Hounds for 3 years and now they came here and they made a couple fire puppies or litters off of 2 other people's dogs, bred them together. They think they're doing something, and they maybe did in that litter. So they're not going to know until 10 years later, like, oh, fuck, I was still in elementary. They're not going to know until they know. It is like, perspective.
There's a 2 sides to every coin. Kaiser, it was in a massive animal on one side of the coin. On the other side of the coin, you would get Englishy, narrow-chested dogs sometimes. So every scenario has 2 coins. So this one side of a coin is you have to start somewhere with someone else's dogs. I mean, you can't just fucking randomly find the dog outside. But on the other side of that coin, you want to deal with people who they don't try to steal your hard work. Yeah. If I did so good with this dog that I got from, Kennel A, now he's at my house, I'm promoting him, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do with making the dog famous. Now you want to come along and say, oh, look at me. Bro, you didn't do anything but produce the dog.
And did those people make better with that dog too? You know what I mean?
I mean, to me, that's...
It is a little bit of like a weak game.
I've never...
To steal someone's thunder.
You have done.
I know, but
I've always said, let that go.
At the same point, it's like putting your names on dogs. He says, oh, I can always make a great dog. It doesn't matter if it was born at somebody's house, so they went ahead and put their, their name in front of the dog. So, but I feel like those are the same people who will steal your thunder or whatever. Those are the same people that will always harp on that they produced the dog.
Guess what? It will always rain another day.
Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. You either give credit or you don't.
I give credit.
I know, but you don't want people to give you credit, and that's the fucking shit that pisses me off. Like, and it's not that I'm stingy, like, oh, that dog came from us, or you just bred two dogs together, put your own name on it. Whatever. Like, it's not about each individual time, and it's not about control. It's just about mutual respect. That's what I feel. So you have to ask for respect.
If the only thing
if you're constantly giving respect, and we keep fucking up that way because you just always give, and everybody's like. And when you stop giving that, giving everything, yeah, put your name on it. Yeah, take them. Yeah, keep all the litter. We'll just take a puppy. Oh no, you're having a hard time. Keep that puppy too. And we just keep giving. So once we stop, then you're right.
She's telling her real feelings right now.
And then you're right. We did switch up, but that was just dumb for us to be like too maybe nice. And like you said, when we start working with new companies, breeders. Start off slow. Don't be like, oh, we have 10 dogs. We need more space. Here, take them. We can't do that. We can't. Yeah, we'll just take it slow.
I hope you don't use half of what you're saying right now.
What do you mean?
Half of the shit right now.
Why?
You were like diving off the deep end from where we started at.
What were we talking about? Consistency?
Yeah.
I'm using it.
God. All right. Can I just hit the stop button now?
Go ahead.
Whew. And you can't see anything.